So we've been dealing some drugs.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Only in video games, though.
Right, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's been fun.
Yeah, I fell in love with this game pretty hard on the stream.
Yeah.
As we streamed it, last week?
Mm-hmm.
When we got done with the stream, 3 hours in, I was like, I want to play more of this. This is really good.
And it's always a good sign if we play a single game, unless it's like a sponsored thing for whatever reason, but a single game the entire stream is always a sign.
Yeah, that means you
Yeah.
don't get bored, and you don't want to switch to something else because you kind of ran out of steam on it.
Yeah.
It's like,
No,
this is
it went
engaging
quick.
enough where I'm into this.
And just the little simple appealing things for me I enjoyed watching it a lot. So it's
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
it's fun
you know,
to watch, and I've played, like, I went home and created a character just to play at the house a little bit, and like what I've started to get into.
Everybody knows the name's Schedule 1. Is that part of the thumbnail, I guess?
Probably, yeah.
Schedule One's a
well,
game.
that's
name of
the
the
title.
game, yeah. The
If
name
they
of the
clicked
game
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the name of the game is on Steam. It's called Schedule 1.
Yeah.
What I like about it so far is playing at the house. This town has a cast of characters that never change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you start like this. More and more you see these NPCs, and they have like a day-to-day. Like they get up, they go to work, they go home. They have a schedule that they go through.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, but
Yeah.
I know that we
Yeah,
run
but they all
across
have
the same
names, and
people.
they all have like personalities, and that kind of becomes more and more evident as you play. It's like, okay, I thought they were just random NPCs. Like, oh, they're not. This town has a cast of characters.
It'd be cool if, like, because I remember dealing drugs to one lady at one point. It'd be nice to see her develop a relationship with one of the other people, and then maybe
man,
they
if it
have
got
a
that
baby.
deep.
An
And
affair.
you get to, like, so you're playing this game. You could easily play this game. Hopefully, you would think for months. You just build it more and more, unless there's a win. This doesn't seem like the kind of game that you would.
Yeah, I wonder.
Win.
You just go until you're like, oh, I'm bored or I'm done.
Right,
My empire has grown.
Hey,
I
well,
bought
first,
everything.
I mean, should we explain, in case no one's seen this game at all, like, what are the basics of the game?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
we
sure.
should.
I guess. Go ahead, Neebs.
I mean, you know it better than I do.
Okay, well, the basics of the game are it's a open world, little small town, and you start out and you just start growing your own pot and selling it.
Yeah,
And that's the basic.
But you have to do everything. Like, you have to...
At first, yeah, but as you go, it's like, okay, now you can hire a dealer, and you can give him the stuff. He can do the distribution for you.
Yeah, because you like grab the pot, turn it, clip it, and you got to put the
Yeah.
little buds
No,
in the
yeah, you
little
actually gotta
bag.
farm
Water it.
Yeah, no,
fertilize.
there's definitely a lot to do. So Appsro streamed it, and then the following Tuesday
We
recorded the first episode. That's probably going to be replacing the fast food simulator series
Yeah.
on the dumpster.
Yeah.
You went up to a certain point in the stream, and then we just all jumped in
Right,
on,
yeah. So, okay,
on
let's pick it up
Appsro's
from
world.
there, yeah.
Exactly. So it was nice. We weren't starting from scratch. You already had like 4 growing stations, I guess,
Something
if you
like
will,
that, yeah.
whatever they were. But that was fun. I took the role of growing,
Yeah.
which was interesting.
Yeah.
You guys hit the streets.
I did some dealing, but I also like throwing trash away.
We
You
were
make
both
money,
throwing-
Yeah, that's a big thing. You guys are just picking
Throwing
up trash
trash.
and making money
Yeah.
from that.
Getting some
Which
money
is
from
great.
it.
and you lose
Um,
money when you
what-
get killed. You get a hospital bill.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
they'll
notice.
ding you. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll ding you. It's like, what, 250, 300 bucks or something like that for a
Yeah.
hospital bill?
There's a lot of internal fighting going on, so
Yeah.
we get a lot of hospital bills.
I also really enjoy the fact that when you make your own strains, you can make blends with the blender and mix
Yeah.
in like bananas or whatever you can
Right,
purchase to mix with it and then name it. And then I
Yeah,
failed
being able to
name.
name your own strain and distribute it, that's fun.
And then it has different qualities that the customers will experience based on what you've mixed it with.
Yeah, I think the one I made, when they smoked it, it turned like if it's a black guy, it would turn white. If it's a white person, they would turn black.
Go.
It was like, okay.
There's
I guess,
weightlessness.
Yeah, so
weight
yeah,
gain.
the stuff you make can have all types of effects on the town's citizens.
Yeah,
And the characters look great. Like, I like...
They look like
I
Rick
like
and
the-
Morty.
It does look like Rick
But
and
I like
Morty.
the way our characters look. Like, either the lazy eyes or the wide eyes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they're great.
it's a simple character creator, but it's funny to look
Yeah,
at.
simple and effective.
And the other thing that surprised me is talking to Jack, our editor, because he plays every game it's amazing. He's like, I don't know how he can play all the stuff, but he's advanced to the point where I think he went past dealing cocaine. Now he's dealing heroin.
Something like that.
I was like, Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, you eventually moved to meth, and then I think possibly
Yeah, maybe
heroin.
it was.
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, we get into meth pretty quickly. That's what I liked about it. How I'm sure we can keep on growing and selling pot, or do we graduate from pot to meth?
I feel like the real money
I don't
comes. Who knows?
Or do we go
We'll
our
have to see the
garbage
profit
business?
margins there, yeah.
Yeah, straight garbage business.
Start
Why
buying
not?
some garbage trucks.
Yeah,
How much money do you think you've made in the garbage
Hundreds.
business?
I've made hundreds.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
It's almost 20 a pop if you load up if you buy the garbage little
Garbage grabber.
grabber, and then you're holding on to a bucket that you don't see unless you're the one.
Yeah, and you know what? We need to utilize that instead of, we pick up the stuff in the house when there's a mess.
Yeah.
We need to grab that stuff and get money for that. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Why can't you throw the bag that you buy that's
do.
full of trash? You do
Wait,
make
can you
money
buy that?
from
Can
it.
you throw the bag that's full of trash?
I've been
hold
selling the bags of trash every
Yeah,
time.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. All right,
Okay.
rock and roll.
So would you make more money? I feel like this is already like fast food simulator because I'm like, all right, now I've been picking up trash in the house with my hand for some reason. I forgot because I do have that picker upper
I got a
thing.
grabber. Dallas gave it to me.
I have one too. I
Yeah.
bought it, so I can just pick it up there. And you're going to make more money on my trash because I picked it up with that.
I get trash bags and also empty our trash can, and I carry it to the bin, and I dump it, and I get money back.
I know you do, but I'm saying
It's a
do
game
it-
about selling weed.
when I pick up the leaves. These are the trimmings. All right, so
Yeah,
I
I'm
know,
talking
I
about
know.
my
But
trimmings.
if you
I love
put
that you
them
have
in-
to deal with the trash.
Right.
Yeah,
At
but
least
if you
these-
put those in the trash can like you normally do,
But if I use the little fucking thing and put it in there, do you get more money?
I mean, you get money for the whole bag, so I,
know
think it
you
equals
do.
out.
I just thought
We'll
that
have to do math.
I'm
I don't
doing
know.
science.
All right.
Yeah, we'll
Absor-
have to science.
Absor yelled at me. I was trying to sell or try to give a free sample to our. I gave a free sample to our landlady,
That's right.
and it said 74% success rate.
Yeah.
She didn't like it.
Oh.
You're lucky
Yeah.
we didn't get kicked out of that place.
Well,
Yeah,
we need
that's
to.
neat too in the game. That's how you grow the business. Is you want to give out free samples to people so they you bring them in as a customer. First taste is always free.
That way you get more contacts in your phone list.
Yeah.
So
and-
74% isn't good?
Well, I mean, I would. It was a 74% chance of
It's a
her
chance
saying
of
yes.
success
Oh.
of her like going, I like this. I
But
would
she
like
That
it
was
my
her
more."
rating.
So
Got
it
it.
didn't work. But also the real estate. We can. We're gonna have to get a new place soon.
Yeah, it's a little small town. It's an open world, and you start out with a motel. We've upgraded to a little apartment above the Chinese shop.
Yep.
But it looks like you eventually get a house, warehouses. You can buy businesses.
Because not far from where we are located, you don't have to walk too far before it says you have to unlock those people.
Yeah, that side of town. It's like when you
It's
first
only like
start
a
the
block
game,
or
you
two
kind of
away,
yeah. You're only limited to like a couple blocks when you first start, and you're taking care of that. But I imagine as the game expands, it's like okay, now you can start dealing in these parts of towns.
And we haven't dealt with rival dealers yet, have we?
Yeah, no, apparently that's a thing. You got a rival gang, stuff like
Uh-oh.
that to deal with.
It's gonna get ugly.
I hope it gets ugly.
With the exception of the beginning, of course. Like pretty much
The
when you're done
prologue.
with the tutorial.
That's not
yeah.
part of the series, though.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, well, I thought that there were other things like when you do advance, other problems do happen.
Probably.
I hope so.
I thought that's what Jack said,
Yeah.
like
I hope,
automatic
you hope
problems.
stuff like you have a dealer turn on you and like try to steal stuff and I don't know, like I could see the problems that arise being fun and challenging and unexpected.
Yeah.
And when we streamed it and we raided that dude, we saw him kill a woman.
He was pretty advanced, yeah.
Yeah, he was
had
up
a
there.
gun.
He had a gun, took her out,
We don't have a
buried
gun
her,
yet.
ditched her body somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then the cops. You have to watch out for the cops. You got to look both ways before you make that deal.
Yeah.
Because
Because if they see you, if
They'll bust
you pull out the stuff and you're anywhere inside of a cop,
Yeah.
boom, they'll get you quick.
And if they've stop and search you and
Yeah.
you got something on you, you have to like click and hold on it.
Yeah, it's like a little mini game. It's like you can hide one item in your inventory as like this little cop scanner's going over it. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
if you got like if you got drugs on you, want to hide those drugs.
there's a curfew too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how deep this little game about selling weed is.
They
Right.
did a good job.
And I hate the curfew. I mean, I guess it's good, but like, why
It
not
makes
just
it
make
dangerous
more?
at night.
I
It
mean, you
does.
could just make it dangerous, but okay. Yeah,
But it
you
also-
can't be out at all.
What I kind of like about it is like, say if you're playing single player, that night time, the curfew time is a good time to do your growing and your watering and
It's
all
like,
the other
yeah,
stuff.
Prep for the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what's nice? You go to sleep and then the plants are grown.
That is nice.
Yeah.
They grow fast,
Which is good.
It's
It's
just
like,
like
yeah.
real life.
Yeah.
yeah. Just all you gotta do is go to sleep, and the next day, boom.
Yeah.
If you could infuse like bamboo with weed
Why?
to grow fast.
Hey, it already grows fast.
I know, but
Yeah.
imagine how fast.
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. Our place has to be stinky. Got a stinky
stinky.
place.
Landlord's not gonna like that. Like that was a bad move offering her something.
I was curious, and I only did because I saw that success rate potential.
All right, we gotta offer her. Yeah, we should
Maybe a different strain.
We should offer her a different strain.
Yeah.
we need to.
Absolutely.
if she becomes our cup, maybe she'll give us a deal on the place.
Like they have a Chinese food place. Maybe we add some dumplings to it.
Honestly, she should be getting free weed all the time.
Yeah,
She's our
agree.
landlord.
Yeah.
yeah, like hey,
She tried it,
It's just a little pain.
so I know she smokes.
Right.
She just didn't like it.
She just didn't like it.
Yeah, I think everybody in that town smokes.
Bill also.
I love just the very simple thing where automatically they smoke as soon as you give it to them. It's just that nice little effect where they smoke, then their eyes get red, and
Yeah.
then they walk away. Just that simple little thing makes you smile.
But also the dealing with your phone, the dealing with texts,
Yeah.
like a drug dealer does. Like
Right.
that's their job, is dealing with those texts.
Yeah.
Thank you to our sponsor, True Classic. And True Classic shirts are designed to accentuate your important areas, like your arms and your chest, while giving your midsection some breathing room that I needed. And I'm wearing a True Classic t-shirt right now, and I love it. It feels great. It looks great. What else do you want? And True Classic isn't just t-shirts. They've got hoodies and jeans. They've got active wear with moisture wicking and odor fighting, quick drying, and antimicrobial magic that I don't even understand attached to it. They got long sleeve Henleys, they got button ups, they got joggers, and there's more. I'm not getting everything, but they are premium clothes at an affordable price. And there's 100% perfect fit guarantee and easy returns, and there's free shipping on all orders. So whether you're bundling up for the cold or getting ready for spring, level up your style with clothes that actually fit right. Just go to our link at trueclassic.com/Neebscast to save. That's trueclassic.com/Neebscast. And shop now and elevate your wardrobe today.
And even products, because you have to do that through your phone too, because you can go into the products. Like when you make something, you're like, all right, I got 20 of this. You have to go into the product section and like list it for sale.
Say what's available.
And then, once it's gone, if you don't unlist it, people keep asking for it.
yeah, and it piss them off.
Right, and you
And you
might
gotta
not
say
have
no.
it.
Exactly.
And so what happens then when you don't have,
When you don't have it, you have to tell them no.
and then you hope that they reorder? With
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah, it does damage your relationship with that person a little bit. So, you want to make sure that you're constantly, whatever product you have.
Just like in real life.
yeah.
I mean, that's the thing.
You got
This
it.
is really a great training for doing not only drug dealing, but other things, but
Other businesses.
especially
Yeah.
drug dealing.
Yeah. You keep going to alpacas and they don't have sweet plantains 5 times in a row.
Right. That's a problem.
Now, Neebs is talking about a restaurant named Alpacas.
Right,
Yes.
which is
not actual alpacas.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
I do not get my plantains from actual alpacas.
And what is it like? Are there no other? Because I don't find that place particularly good. It's not that hard to make juicy chicken, and it does have juicy chicken.
They do have juicy chicken.
Right,
I
but
love
the
it.
other
Where else
stuff
has
is
juicy
like-
chicken like that?
I don't know. Aren't there other Peruvian places? I know I got a place on my neck of the woods that's a similar type place. It's just not alpacas.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised. You know,
you practically live in South America.
I do.
I'm not going down there.
All right.
It's practically rotisserie.
I don't want you to go to me. I'm just surprised there's another one.
Well, sweet
I'm with Dora.
plantains
Yeah, it's
too.
rotisserie.
It's rotisserie.
But they
chicken.
don't have it though.
Still. All right.
No, they
What?
do.
I thought you were saying
I'm
like
saying
5
if they
times.
didn't.
Okay.
They've won my trust.
Twice they didn't have it when I was there.
Really?
Yep.
They
Wow.
probably did. They just didn't like the way
He's
you look.
he's
What? Wanting things on the
a
menu?
very particular person.
It's pretty picky.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have that thing that's listed here as an option to buy?
Yeah.
And it's not
What's wrong
crossed
with you?
off?
So I went to Pino's one time, and the guy's like, he's like, you always get the same thing. You got to try something else. I'm like, what you want me to get? And he's like, you got to try my curry chicken asada bowl. It's the best. Next time I go in,
Didn't
I'm
have
like,
it.
all right, let's try that chicken curry bowl. I was like, we don't have that today.
Oh, what a
And then the
kick.
next time I come in, same thing.
What?
And I'm like, when do you make this? And he's like, sometimes. It's pretty rare.
Yeah.
Really?
It's like, I come in on
Yeah.
Tuesdays.
And I'm like, well, give me the same thing I always get then. Quit bitching.
Man, I know what I'm going to try to have for dinner tonight.
The asada bowl?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to try. See what
Probably-
happens.
Probably won't have it.
I go to the place where they actually, the owner like he's there working, you told me.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where I'm going to go tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
they do have it there. Anyway.
I had a similar thing with my boy at Don Luca's. Love that pizza. Still love it. They got new ovens, so the pizza's even better.
A lot of people would argue with that. The seasoned oven is a really big thing.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think he's very happy with it, and I can see the difference. I can
Okay.
tell.
Oh,
Like,
so it was.
it actually is better. But anyway,
What's better about it?
it just the crust is. I like it how super thin it is, right? But the shelf life on it got too hard too quick for some reason. I don't know. There's something about it that just makes the crust last longer.
And you tasted it, and you're like, yeah, it's better.
It's better. Yeah. But anyway, they have one dessert there. I don't know why you looked at each other and
Shook our heads.
yeah, why'd you
did.
do
I looked
that?
at
I'm
him
right
and just
here.
went-
I can see you both.
Well, it was a thing between us.
All right, what was
because
it?
I feel like that is like-
Well, first of all, there's so many questions that I have because it's pizza.
But I want to
related.
move on from that.
I know you do,
Yeah,
and that's why I
'cause-
just looked over there and shook my head.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's
And
satisfying.
I think
all I
quietly we both communicated.
That-
the owner said it's better,
Absolutely.
so Drally said, yeah, it tastes
Yeah,
better.
like I don't think he knows.
Right.
I think he's just saying it.
He's not from New York.
Absher and I just shared one of those. Too.
Yeah, yeah.
Good. Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call it out.
Feels good,
as
doesn't it?
anything negative.
They have one dessert there, and
One.
it's because the place is so small, so it's like a gooey butter cake.
Man, Drally sounds like he's in a cult right now.
What's going on?
You're in a cult
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
stop.
a cake
Just
cult.
stop.
with the
Gooey-
pizza. With the pizza
gooey
leader.
butter cake,
All right,
and I
yeah.
tried it once. Fucking amazing.
I know it's gooey,
It's
but-
his grandma's recipe, and I was telling my girl about it, and every time I went there, they didn't have it. But apparently, he's having some issues with his wife, and she was the one that was making it.
Oh,
and I'm
shit.
like, well, that sucks.
Oh,
He didn't see that coming.
Now
Call it divorce
describe-
cake now.
Yeah, right.
It looks
Describe
like
the
a
gooey cake.
kind of like a bar. It's in kind of like a bar form. It's packaged like
like a stick of butter bar.
it kind of looks like about roughly that shape, but it's
Okay.
got kind of like it looks almost like a graham cracker crust bottom, and it's just a.
Oh.
it's
You got to
just-
get them back together.
Man, he needs to freaking get that damn recipe and start.
He has it and he can make it, but he's so busy with all the other things.
I would have went
So-
there for the gooey cake.
Oh God. Oh.
Has he considered selling weed?
He I mean, what a perfect thing to add to your pizza.
Gooey
delivery.
butter cake.
Yeah, no
weed.
shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Get a little pizza, get a little bud.
dude, you just got to know how to ask or what to check off on the website.
Yeah,
Well, the
for
perfect
now.
thing
Where's
they-
that at? Like Simon, keep your ear to the ground on this stuff, don't you? Like, where's North Carolina at when it comes to legalization of marijuana?
Great question.
Well, I hope it never comes, personally, but
Why would you say that?
because you can get everything from hemp.
So it's practically already legal.
It is.
like except for like of slight variation chemically, right?
Yeah, or even just technically just because it comes from hemp instead of marijuana, and because you might have to eat more. Like you can't get a 300 milligram gummy, but you could probably get a 4 milligram gummy and just eat more of them. You know,
No
like
fat.
it's like because legally you can't have a certain amount of milligrams. It's per weight too. Like even just Delta 9, the way it is.
So
right
why don't
now.
you want it to go legal then?
Because I have a store,
I know, but
mygreenflower.com,
yeah, he will-
and guess
he
what?
will financially
I am
be hurt
fucking
by it.
fucked if that happens.
Well, aren't you practically ready to be a dispensary?
I can't. They won't let us. First of all, it's going to be run by the state. They do that with liquor.
Oh,
They're
it
going to do the
sucks.
Oh, that's
same
what they
damn
wanna
thing,
do.
and it's bullshit.
Yeah,
they're-
it
you know,
sucks.
and people like us, we are going to go out of business.
And this state
and
would do that, right?
Yeah, of course
Absolutely,
they would.
Probably.
that's the way it's going to be. No, I mean at least that's the way they're saying it's going to be if it were to come. Nobody knows, so that's why I absolutely don't want it to happen. And Delta 8, a lot of people would still like that, but you don't even have to touch Delta 8. Actually, Delta 9 or THCA from hemp.
I don't like the
Man.
deltas. I'm not going to lie.
Right. So
They
yes,
don't hit me right.
and you don't. Well, first of all, Delta 9, THC from marijuana is Delta, so it already is Delta. It's a matter of what you didn't like was 8, or HHC, which is synthetic THC, or THCP, which is like Adderall, but like. It
Sorry.
is.
No, we believe you.
Josh and I just had a moment.
And I'm happy you did.
Two of our dudes just look at each other and shake their head like, yeah, here he goes.
mygreenflower.com. No, but really, it's a shame because it's the regulations on hemp, anything THC with hemp is the way it should be. Carry good stuff. Make sure you have certificates of analysis to prove that it is what it is. Only buy from reputable sources. All the bullshit that you have to go through and the higher taxes you got to go through when it comes down to when you go to a place that's just dealing with marijuana. And let's not forget the fact that it's not a Schedule 1 drug anymore. Why are we treating it like you're fucking you're selling people and you got to be careful that you do it right? You know, I mean, it's a plant.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is what they have to deal with in Colorado, California, anywhere where it's legal, Pennsylvania, fucking Connecticut.
Except the states don't have
It's a racket.
the dispensaries in a lot of those places, you know. They
No,
don't have
they do.
Well,
There are
but there's
dispensaries in
also
those
independent
states.
ones too.
Yeah, but there are. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But just them, the amount of taxes extra that they pay for.
Oh,
it's
I'm
a
sure.
racket.
I'm sure.
It's
Yeah.
just a fucking racket.
Probably, yeah, shit.
Anyway.
Man, we need to
Yeah.
get in on this racket.
And this should have been like state number 1 because it was a tobacco making state.
Oh, good God. Yeah, North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we got a lot of fertile soil here in North Carolina.
Yeah, it should have been, but we knew it wasn't Bible Belt shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jesus smoked pot. I know it.
Look, Jesus loves the economy, and if we want to kickstart the economy, we start selling pot in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Start growing that shit. Left
mean-
it damn right.
Man, well, there is a video game that you can
Called Schedule
satiate
1.
your dealing needs.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Thank you, Simon.
I'm sorry.
No, I
No,
asked.
no.
We asked. The people asked.
They did.
Yeah, I was curious.
Yeah. Sorry about my sniffles that happen every now and then. Allergies are pretty rough.
It's pollen season.
It
Oh,
is,
yeah,
man.
springtime's
Count is high
here.
today.
I wonder if I'm going to grow into that because I grew into being allergic to bees because my mom's allergic to bees. She's also very allergenic. Like she's miserable right now.
Yeah.
And every year, it's like I would live somewhere different if
the
I
desert.
dealt with if I was like my mom, the way she deals with it.
It's
I'd be like,
bad.
yeah, fucking live somewhere else.
And that's what
She
happened.
probably wants to be near you.
Nah, she doesn't like me that much.
Mine were horrible in Minnesota. Horrible my whole childhood. And
Oh.
and this is kind of backwards from what people expect, but they kind of went away when I was down here. But they're over the last 5-10 years. They hit me every year, here and there.
Yeah.
But nothing like Minnesota was for me. That was a nightmare for me and my brother. Ugh.
How do y'all deal with your cars? Do you wash them, rinse them, just let it go?
let
I'll
it
spray
happen.
it off.
Yeah, I've
Every now and then I
sprayed
might
it
do
a little bit.
spray.
Yeah.
If I don't see rain, like if I look on the weather and I'm like, oh, it's going to rain in 2 days, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh shit, we got a week of sunshine. I'll spray it off.
if it's not raining, yeah, I'm spraying about every 2 days.
Mm,
Not a thorough wash because what's the point?
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Just to spray off.
Yeah. I could use I haven't washed my car in a minute. It's due.
It's fun though when you shut your door and you just see a big cloud of yellow
Yeah. God.
poof.
I just learned the other day, so the female pine cone, I guess, is the one that looks like a traditional big pine cone, where the male ones are really much smaller, almost the size of a golf ball.
What?
And that's
How do two pine cones get together?
so that's what's
Yeah,
on the
I guess
plant.
that's what in my head. I was like, I didn't realize
Tinder,
there
of
was a
course.
female or male pine cone.
From what
I thought
I
it was an
understand,
asexual thing.
yeah,
Did
from
you-
what I understand,
Did you hear my joke?
I didn't. I wish I did.
I
was
said
your joke?
Tinder, of course. And then
Tinder.
it's
Timber. All
of
right, there you go.
course.
Like-
I mean, I didn't do the beep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
If
They're
you-
both wood
Who
related.
told you this?
my daughter takes this nature thing, and I was like a volunteer sometimes, and I said, "Oh shit, you just taught me something." So that must be it. I'm remembering saying, "You just taught me something about male and female pine cones that I never knew," and because the kids had, they had one, and it's like, "Oh yeah, if you shake, you see this on the pine branch, and if you see the one that's just more round." There's usually these green, the pine, whatever needles are sticking out of it. You shake it, and all that pollen comes out of that
Yeah.
pine cone.
Okay.
So,
And
that's it.
pollinates
And that's
The
pollinating.
larger open
That's it.
female pine
Oh,
cone.
the ladies down on the ground.
Thank you to our sponsor, BetterHelp. And usually when people think about therapy, one of the main things is cost. which is obviously a big deal. So let's talk numbers. Traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up quick. But with BetterHelp online therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. And you pay a flat fee for weekly sessions, saving you big on cost and on time. Because therapy should feel accessible. It's not a luxury. And with online therapy, you get quality care at a price that makes sense and can help you with anything from anxiety to just everyday stress. Your mental health is worth it, and now it's easier than ever to get access. I've always been a fan of people talking to the right therapist that they can connect with, that they trust, and they could talk you through things a lot better than you talking things out on your own in your own head. And you could trust that with BetterHelp, they come with access to over 30,000 therapists, and they've already served over 5 million people globally. So if you want to check them out, your well-being is worth it. Visit betterhelp.com/Neebs to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Neebs. Man, it's 80 degrees here already today.
Yes.
Is it?
It's supposed to be 80 today.
Yeah. The Weather Channel didn't tell me 80, but I'll take it.
Got our first concert downtown tonight, or at least as far as our big shows go.
Somebody big?
It's a country dude.
Country
Is that the
big.
Azalea Festival kickoff
No,
thing?
this
going
is
on?
actually
No.
the first Live Nation one.
Oh.
But then we got Flo Rida this weekend.
I saw Flo Rida was in town.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that apple bottom
Rider
Yeah, oh, yeah.
or rider?
like
Rida.
I'm excited to see that.
Boots with the
I don't know
fur.
what night that is, but
That's fun.
yeah, because we got the good old Azalea Festival.
You know
Which-
who's the queen? There's a queen.
I saw
Every year.
It's always
Some bitch from One Tree Hill, I think.
yeah. It's
It is.
usually someone that did Tree Hill and some other things.
It's just still
That's
they're
yeah.
still pulling from that bottom of the
Kinda.
barrel.
Well,
Everything
it's
is
a,
like One
it's
Tree
a small
Hill.
local festival.
Yeah.
They asked us to be there last year. And we wanted to do it, but we were too busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they'll never ask us again.
Probably- well, we
were
could
gonna
ask
be in
them.
the parade.
Well, they want us to be in the parade, and they
Yeah.
wanted us to do like a live event.
Which does, I don't know, it doesn't make sense at the Azalea Festival for me.
It's too
It
much
doesn't
shit
really.
going on, man, and it's
Yeah.
so expensive. Everything's jacked up price-wise, too. Yeah, there's other things going around, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth coming here on a weekend that isn't Azalea Festival.
That was part of our things, like, because if we do an event, our community's going to come out, and everything's going to be really expensive.
Yeah, and hard to
Hotels,
And
find.
busy.
everything. Yeah, and crowded.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't-
exactly.
Parking's more of a bitch. And so, yeah,
Everything.
Yeah,
Like
everything.
for
It
them
just
to
makes
have
it miserable.
wished for that is kind of silly and ignorant on their part.
But I thought it was nice to be asked.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, it's a nice
Yeah.
gesture. I
They
mean,
offered us
and they
a
don't
venue.
know.
I mean, like, that was a big thing. They're like, yeah, we can hook you up with this, and this, but it
Yeah.
still didn't make sense.
Yeah. But
But anyway, it's great. I'm glad our town has some traditions like that.
Yeah, little
You kn-
festivals.
You know what they did want us to do, which was one of the other reasons why we didn't want to do it. It's like they expected us to represent, because when you show up, there's like things that you're supposed to go to.
we had to do things.
Like you got to do a dinner here,
And
you got to
early.
show up for this
Yeah.
lunch, you got to be in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
parade, you got to blah 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 blah. Where it's like,
It's like, you need to go to the Queen's flower dinner on Friday night.
Yeah,
And we're like, nah.
At least one of us would have to represent, and we'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, who's gonna go do this?
We'll
Be
go
like,
to the Sunday barbecue after noon.
there we go.
Yeah.
right, and
If you
it's
got
at
something like
our
that.
it's
We-
at our
It's at our
little-
house.
We got to
Yeah.
do it one year. We'll have to give it a shot. I heard a story. The last year's queen, my girl's a friend of hers, did her hair. Right? They asked her to do her hair, but they didn't pay her to do her hair, and she was like by her side fixing her hair all day, like at this, like it was weird. It didn't seem communicated properly.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, do my hair all day, but I'm not going to pay you."
Yeah, it kind
The
of turned
One
into
Tree
something
Hill
like
money
that.
has dried up.
Yeah,
So the hair person didn't know they weren't getting paid?
I don't think so.
Did they ask?
I don't know how. I don't have all the deets.
That's
on
just
that,
weird.
but
Like it's an honor in some way.
I get. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
asked you to do my hair.
weird.
Yeah.
Well, still, if you ask someone to do your hair, like you got to say, I can't pay you anything.
Of course, you
Yeah.
got to
Or
communicate
could pay you an
that.
exposure.
Here's my budget. Like, I don't
Right.
know. I could see both parties being a little
Yeah,
bit.
I don't know.
It's gonna be communication error.
Well,
there.
it's communication. Period. That's just what needs to be done.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
Should've
one
been,
person's
yeah,
job.
yeah. She says, like, "Will you do my hair?" Yes. What are you going to pay me? I hope. That's how that conversation should have gone.
That's perfectly worded.
I even put
Instead of
it
saying
in
yes.
just the person's responsibility who's asking. If you're asking the favor, you need to be the one to say everything.
Say this is a favor.
This is a favor. This is a favor, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
because I would maybe assume, oh, you want me to do something. Oh, I'm probably going to get paid, right? Because this is a crazy person if they just expect me to do it for free.
Exactly.
So you tell me if you know who this is.
Okay.
Tonight's
Okay.
performer, Justin Moore with Cameron Marlowe.
Oh, man, I love them.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's a song we know.
Is there a song?
Justin
It's-
Moore's
I mean, you're a
greatest
big
hit.
country.
I mean, I don't listen to country, but I
Yeah.
do catch things on the satellite.
I've been listening to AI music. It's just as good.
What's oh no, it's not. What's the name again? Sorry.
Justin Moore, Moore.
We're not gonna know any of their songs.
I'm just
No.
curious if his hit happens to have a lot of views on YouTube. Okay.
Speaking of music, there's a new dueling piano bar downtown.
What?
Been
We got
open
a
a couple
dueling
weeks.
piano bar?
Yep, it's in the Murchison building.
Fuck yeah.
The lady and I went last weekend, and it's kind of funny, right? So
Did
it
just
got
one
me.
pianist showed up?
No, they had both. And it was interesting. They were like shells of pianos. They were clearly just built to look like grands, and it's got like a electric piano
Okay.
on the front. Whatever. I guess this space used to be a little comedy club. I never even heard about it, but it's in the back of the Murchison building. If you know where the pour,
Yeah.
where you
Yeah, I know
pour
where
your own
you're at.
stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like you go in there and you kind of go to the back of the
Oh,
building.
shit. Okay.
Space is cool. It feels like it should be a piano bar or a stand-up comedy place. There was a lady that was kind of Dolly Parton-esque and probably a 30-something-year-old guy.
Ooh.
They were both great. He was very funny and, what you expect. It got me thinking. I was like, how does that circuit work? Because these people, like, to be able to play, and granted, they can read sheet music or whatever they're using their tablet to, like, learn stuff. If they're that good at piano, that's not an issue. Being able to sing. So you got those two skills, but then the banter,
Yeah.
and because they have to do it for hours.
Right.
It's like, how do you find these people? Because every city has got a dueling piano bar or two, for the most part, any of a certain size. So I'm just, how does that circuit work?
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
curious.
it has to be a perfect storm of a person, doesn't it?
I guess, is there like a site you can?
There's gotta
do they
be.
rotate out or?
Yeah.
Like if you're a dueling piano person,
Pianist.
I assume you know the kind of the way it goes, and then if you found another person that's studied it like you have, you could probably
Yeah.
rehearse and get your act together pretty
Yeah, I
quick.
guess.
Yeah.
I suppose. But what was funny about that night, we were sitting at the bar, so we were kind of closest to this Dolly Parton looking lady. And, you sing along with them at times, and we were having a good time, and I was like singing around, but I don't remember lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just kind of throwing it out there, and I'm pretty sure she couldn't hear what I was singing, but like there was a certain point of the night where, and my girl will attest to this, that lady just started not liking me.
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't know
For what reason?
I don't know why.
Well, because
but
you were singing, and she probably could hear you.
everybody
Even
was
though
That's what they
fucking
want.
sing-
They
so
want you to sing.
everybody. Why don't this piano bar? Right?
Yeah, but
Their
yeah,
goal is
but-
to get the whole bar singing along.
exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
I've not been to one. I
But
don't
then the
think.
dirty
Yeah.
looks started happening. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? We're both like kind of blown away by it, but also it was hilarious.
Maybe y'all
Right.
have history.
Yeah, I was about to say.
we have no history.
You don't remember her.
I mean,
She remembers
Dolly
you.
Parton,
Yeah.
like was she like?
Dolly Parton-esque. I mean, she was an older white woman
60s?
with a draw.
Oh right.
Yeah, probably 60s, like
What
early
kinda-
60s.
What would you say the lyrics you were singing were?
I know. I don't.
But if everyone's singing, who gives a shit? There's gonna have to be
Well,
on
if they're
the
like
regular.
this dumb blonde
It's like
lady,
there's no way
if
she
you-
can
if you're singing
hear-
stuff like that.
My specific. I don't know.
Were you saying something offensive?
I don't think she could have even picked up on like the
no.
specifics.
She knew you. This is an old girlfriend.
Well,
You have forgotten.
yeah.
Yeah. No, if you did say even possibly anything slightly disparaging, you can't assume that she didn't hear you. You don't know the acoustics in there and how she might have amazing hearing.
I don't think it was the case. It was a
Okay.
great mystery.
Yeah.
Forever will be.
You could just
Can't wait
eliminate
to go
the
back though.
Piano bar.
Yeah, I'm curious. I want to sit with you as close to her as
If
possible.
she's there,
and
yeah.
just see what happens.
Watch
That
the
would
two
be
of you.
cool.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm gonna figure it out too.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be over there singing with everybody else, working, nah, 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 just as loud as I can.
And I'll go 5 to 9, and we'll see what she does.
Yeah, we'll mix her up a little bit.
Remember that? This is relevant because remember that time we went to sing karaoke, and y'all picked that song for me.
Oh,
9 to
yeah.
5.
This is back at the.
Yeah, it was us and Sausage.
This is at the other
Holy shit.
the other satellite, like the first.
Oh, I know
satellite.
the first satellite you're talking about.
Yeah.
Or it was the one
Forgot
next
it was
door
called the
to it,
satellite. Yeah, or is the bar that was the
one that was
bar
right-
that was in the corner,
which
as
we would
opposed
go,
to-
and the karaoke was there, and we would just. It was our karaoke like all night. A group of like 8 of us or 6 of
Yeah.
us.
Oh God.
Which was a
Yeah.
pleasure.
And we decided, let's all just pick each other's song.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to be till you get up there. And mine was 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And you nailed it.
No, there was
No?
one word that I read wrong the entire song.
What was it? Tell
I don't remember what it was.
Nobody stopped me. Just let it happen, didn't you?
Okay, we don't remember. This was like 20 freaking
I think
years
it's something.
ago.
There's no taking and no
Wasn't that?
giving.
Yeah, there's no taking.
I wouldn't
and
have
no
recognized it.
giving.
I read it as jiving the entire song.
There's no taking and there's no jiving.
No taking, no jiving. Oh my God.
Wow.
That's so bad.
You let me know when I get off the stage, though,
Well, I'm sure we did.
You may want to
back
interrupt
then.
your performance.
right?
Killing it up there.
No taking and no jiving.
Jiving. That's
Man.
a J.
That was the good old days there.
Holy shit.
We had run
yeah.
of that place.
That's
Brewski's?
25 years ago.
Was it Brewski's?
Brewski's was the place. And I don't think the corner place was Satellite.
Not
was it?
anymore. It was George Street Tavern, maybe.
Yes.
That sounds right.
That's
just
what it
that
was.
little. It's
George
like a
Street.
super cheap looking strip
Yeah,
mall.
in a strip mall,
strip
like
mall
with like
from the
4
70s.
places in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Brewski's was the place we'd sing karaoke next to George Street.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good for you
both
for
places,
remembering
but
Brewski's,
Brewski's
yeah.
karaoke, we had run of the
Yeah.
show.
That was a small place. So yeah.
Oh God, good stuff.
I was at the gym the other day, and I see this lady on the treadmill wearing a black hat with a yellow square and yellow and white words inside of it. And I can't quite see it. I didn't have my glasses on. And I didn't want to stare at her because her hat's right next to her face.
Uh huh.
Right.
And so I just kind of like try to look, and I walk by the treadmill, kind of giving her that look like Dolly Parton gave Dallas.
Right.
And I was like, man, I can't tell. Looks like a Neebs Gaming hat. Never seen a Neebs Gaming hat in this gym before.
Right.
And I do another pass, trying to look, but not stare at her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, I cannot tell. I was like, but what else has that shape, you know? Because we have a square logo and we also have a round logo.
Yeah.
It was a square one.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me at least put my reading glasses on. Maybe that'll help. Walk by and I'm like, yeah, that's a Neebs Gaming hat.
Shut up.
So I walk up to the treadmill. I'm like, where did you get that hat? And she goes, at the thrift shop.
Oh my
Are you serious?
God.
Yeah.
That is hysterical.
And I said, yeah, I'm a part of that channel. And she goes, oh, that's cool.
She didn't think it was cool.
And I was like, all right,
no
Said,
have a
"Leave me
good workout.
alone."
Holy shit.
That's funny.
You said it was black?
Black hat, yeah. And it wasn't embroidered. It was like an application kind of logo.
Oh, really? I was about to say, because
Yeah.
I'm like, there's a chance that I had a black embroidered hat that somehow made it to donations by accident.
Yeah, wasn't embroidered.
Okay.
But I thought that was funny.
That's
I've
hysterical.
never experienced that before.
Yeah.
No.
A wild Neebs Gaming hat.
That she got at a thrift store. Somebody obviously,
Didn't want it.
right.
Yeah, of course. It's like,
That's
oh,
great.
This hat's been sitting like in my
Yeah.
house forever. I never wear this Neebs Gaming hat. Take it to the thrift shop.
Was something we gave away. Did we ever give away hats at like an event that somebody who knows?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they regave it away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Any other games you guys happen to be looking forward to? You know, there was that one game, Abstro, that you've been looking at for a long time. It's the one that has, does it have some sort of time travel? But it's like
Yes, Kingsmaker.
Kingmakers,
Kingmakers, yes.
which will be is multiplayer.
That was confirmed. Yeah, they had
But
a.
it's not out yet.
It's not out yet, but they did have something come out recently that confirmed. I think you can be in there with up to 3 friends, which, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
that looks awesome. Like running around fighting giant armies with modern weapons. Like you're fighting medieval armies, but you have shotguns and tanks and all kinds of shit. And the destruction in the game looks amazing. Like, yeah, I can't wait to play it. Like, you can shoot a tank shell at a castle and like blow up a tower. You know what I mean?
That's wonderful, and it's. I mean, we're ending Q1. Q1's over.
I know.
It's supposed to be out Q1. So it
Was it or was it Q2?
it's when an AI
What do they
overview
say on
happens to say early access release is in Q1 2025.
Oh,
but that's
early-
AI. You know
Early
what?
access.
Who knows? And this
Let
isn't
me,
even.
let me look at it on Steam. I'll tell you right now.
And this is Google's AI.
yeah, on Steam it says Q2 2025.
There you go. Okay, Google's
So-
AI. Screw you.
So sometime soon, next 3 months, I guess.
I really want that movie, like not like a cheap, sci-fi channel movie,
Right.
but like main theater release movie about an army going back in time.
Well, this is about a dude going back in time, but I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, you want like a whole squad.
Yeah, not a squad, not
Yeah.
not a whole army.
Yeah,
But,
a
like,
whole
let's-
army going back in
Let's take a
time.
jeep, some modern weapons.
Well, I think we talked about it. You said you'd never seen it. Army of Darkness. It's in that same realm.
Is it?
Yeah.
Watch Army of Darkness because it is, a guy from the future goes and has to fight a medieval army.
And
But-
his car
yeah, he's got
came
a
with
car,
him and a shotgun.
Yeah.
So those are like the two. Well, I guess he had his chainsaw too, right? Did he?
Yeah, he has a chainsaw. Yeah.
And were they fighting like in real historical battles?
No.
I think I want to see that, like a Bill and Ted's, but with weapons.
Okay.
Bill and Ted's.
Oh, 'cause Bill and Ted's
give
did
Army
that.
of Darkness a shot, Neebs. I think you might like it.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Battle.
It's a
I bet
horror
you
movie, but
will.
it's not really a horror movie. It's a comedy.
It's
Okay.
comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, sounds
campy as
fun.
fuck.
Yeah, I would want whatever you're describing to be a comedy as well. You know,
Maybe.
come on, why not? It could be a badass and funny.
Could be a tragedy.
You want to be sad?
A funny
Do you
tragedy.
like
Could be a
that?
comedy
You don't like
and a
tragedies,
tragedy.
Travis loves to be sad.
but
Oh
you don't
my
like
God.
tragedies.
I
Though
like
it makes me
good
think of that.
Art.
Good art can make you sad, but any tragedies like Romeo and Juliet's a tragedy, right? So like, are there any stories that you know or movies that you've loved?
Think of
that
something
were
more
like-
recent, like a
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Forrest Gump's great.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a tragedy though.
When Jenny died.
Yeah,
No,
there's
I mean
Come on
sad
now.
parts.
there's sad
no,
moments,
but a
and
tragedy.
don't spoil it.
Yeah, exactly. No, but like Romeo and Juliet, I can't think of one either, except for that one. You go, oh yeah, the main characters die.
Mm.
See, Jenny is just Jenny,
What about Infinity War?
not Forrest Gump.
Infinity War was great.
Yeah.
So that's
It
tragic.
was a tragedy.
Gladiator's tragedy.
Yeah, Gladiators.
You like it, right?
Yeah, but there's.
So you like things with
but
substance.
it's not all tragedy. Like you give up something to get something.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
And I don't love things that. No, I like just good stuff.
Old Yeller.
I guess
Oh,
Green
yeah,
Mile's a
suck it.
tragedy. Titanic's a tragedy. Okay,
Is the Green Mile a tragedy?
apparently,
Sure.
according
yeah,
to this
no,
list,
I guess he gets zapped at the end.
you know,
Spoilers.
Yeah.
$1 Million Baby. How's that? Do you know what?
That movie, I bet
you'll have
Dice
to
loves that movie.
I don't
you'll
know if
have
I
to
ever saw
spoil
it.
Did
If
the
you want to be
girl-
depressed and get nothing good out of it,
Did the
Yeah.
girl die?
But was it good performances throughout?
Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
Was it good
She was great.
performances and
She's-
shot well?
She's great. Shot well. Yeah.
So I would get something from it.
yeah.
You get moved.
Misery.
Yeah.
I know how to separate that from real life. You see, it's amazing. It's a skill when I watch.
You get
things.
misery for free. In life, real life.
It's a good tool to have. Like I don't watch stuff that makes me scared. I don't like being scared, even though I know this is fake bullshit.
Yeah.
This is and I know the business and I can appreciate what they're doing, but I still get scared.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
enjoy it.
All right.
And I like it. I
But
find
what
it.
happened, $1 Million Baby?
Oh, I don't know. She got $1 million.
Did she
and
die?
lived
'Cause I thought
happily.
that
Her
she
whole life
won.
was-
Hoping $1 million
her
bucks
life was
involved.
horrible.
Yeah.
and it gets worse, and her family's a wreck.
Oh no.
And what's
Jealous.
funny is like
I
that
love it.
number is like nothing anymore.
$1 Million Baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
million?
$1 million
Oh,
bucks, whatever.
Yep. Good luck buying a house.
Well, say nothing, dude. If I won $1 billion, I'd
Yeah,
be
but
fucking
comparatively,
thrilled.
like when it comes to the
is, I know.
sports world.
Yes, no, it's sport, but female boxing though.
Oh, fair.
Actually, it's taken a long time for them to get
Yeah,
that.
fair on that.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
they're-
I heard an interesting data point. You talk about sports world, sports betting.
yeah.
The amount of money spent on sports betting last year equaled the amount of money spent on housing.
Oh my god.
That's how big sports betting's got.
Man.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
that's
gambling's
incredible.
insane.
Yeah, it's. I was blown away by that fucking statistic.
Yeah,
I mean,
I didn't know that, but yeah.
I know several sport betting crackheads
Yep.
that use the whatever the apps are. Mm-hmm. And my God.
And they make it so like I don't have one,
Yeah.
but they make it so appealing,
They
and
do.
there's so many different things for you to bet on.
Yeah, that's what's
And-
insane. I thought it was
yeah.
only games, and then like if you look into it, it's like it's not just games. It's
Nope.
like that. It's fucking like, is it going to be heads or tails at a fucking coin flip?
And if
Yeah,
you
little
put,
shit.
like, how much do you think the average person bets a year?
God,
I mean,
no
the
idea.
average person who considers themselves a gambler probably spends, and this is, I mean, who knows? A good guess would be like 8 to 10 grand.
that's where I was kind
Now
of
look
leaning.
at this. If you put 8 to 10 grand towards the principal of your own mortgage,
Yeah.
you're going to 100% win.
Right. No, that's great, but it's boring to them. But I hear what you're saying. They're looking for a literal, like, physical reaction.
They're looking for a thrill.
They're
All
looking
right.
for
Want
the
that dopamine
endorphin
hit.
kick. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's good.
Pay
They
that
should
house
get it.
off early. That's a pretty big thrill.
Dude, it's great. It's just that's a slow burn. And but
Yeah, I
they
wanna
should
be thrilled
do
today.
Yeah, or
Not in 5 years.
or
No.
this month, and you do it in stocks, and or you learn how to put it. It's such a safer gamble,
Yeah.
you
Look,
know.
I put everything in Trump coin. I'm gonna win big.
See, and I'm gonna follow suit. I'm gonna get into that right now.
You got a tip.
It's a good time right now.
But I started gambling this year, but I was like,
The app?
I don't have the app. I was going through like
You got a
my
bookie?
brother and I were doing something. No, but it's through an app, but someone else is placing the bets, and I'm up. It's the only reason why I kind of got into it. But they make it so much easier when it comes down to like, if you lose or if you bet 5, we'll give you 15. They're just trying to get you in there with that, like
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you lost,
Keep
but
you
you know
enticed.
what? Here's fake $5 that you could apply towards another
Oh,
bet.
fuck them.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
wow,
So,
yeah,
and when
yeah.
you have a problem with this,
Right.
it's just like,
Well, I might be an idiot here, but why, if you could get the app, are you guys going through someone else that has the app?
well, first of all, I don't care enough to put my
But your brother.
banking information. My brother too. At the same time, like he always would place bets with people who was never with whatever. So it was just easier. And my nephew who places the bets,
Okay.
he gets all of those like bonus things. So he's like, sure, I'll do it because every time we place a bet that's $100 or
Guys are
$200,
encouraging your nephew to gamble.
they are.
Oh no, trust
good
me.
uncle.
He was doing it. He was the one that was telling my brother
Okay,
about it.
all right.
So
He's
he
the one
was
that-
already him and his girlfriend. they
Uncle
gambled.
Simon will get roped into this,
And we
He'll love it.
won. We won a lot. So when I say a lot, I mean like out of the times that we bet, probably 6 out of 8 bets we placed, we won. So I'm still ahead. That was what kind of kept me in. It's like, I'm playing with house money.
Here we go. If you want to gamble, I'll save you some cash. You buy Schedule 1 for $15, and there's a casino in that game, in that little town.
Oh, you didn't tell me about that.
I know, because that would be all you guys do.
Shit. Well,
Oh man, I think we deserve to have an allowance.
just a gamble day.
I would
Yeah,
have-
here he goes. There
Yeah.
goes our damn weed
We
profits.
could use our pickup trash money.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Only gamble your
Yeah, you can
pickup
only gamble your
trash
pickup
money.
trash money.
So, did you say it was slots?
I don't. I haven't been in there. I've just seen it. I was like, oh fuck, there's a casino.
Yeah, I can get behind some slots or some poker would be perfect.
Yeah, look, if we play next time we play, maybe we'll visit.
Which
Check
is
it
in
out.
what, 20 minutes?
Yeah, we might. Yeah, we might play a little bit today. Why not?
Yeah, we should.
I think we should,
think we
especially
should,
now.
Yeah, now we all got the gambling itch.
I don't even have a gambling bug, but like, maybe Balatro maybe gave me a little bit more.
And that's the thing. Video games, like they satiate that urge
Yeah.
for me
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
time. It's like I don't need to go out and gamble. It's like I can play a game and I get.
Their goal is not to bleed
for
you
that.
dry like a casino or
Right.
an online
Yeah.
sports gambling website.
Yeah, unless you're playing like NFL 2K, then they're trying to bleed you dry with all these fucking cards and all
Right,
the bullshit
okay.
they sell nowadays. Like
So that's
fucking
out there, too.
Basketball and football games.
Cards is a great game though when you're playing with friends in front of each other.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you don't care about the money that you're losing, but it is a nice bonus if you happen to leave and you're like, I got $300 more than I came
And-
with because
Yeah,
I
it
cleaned
can add
anybody
stakes.
out.
It
It's
is fun. Yeah, it adds a little stakes to
and
the
nobody's
game.
getting
Yes.
butt hurt and it's bragging rights and it's
Yeah.
like, all right, yeah, we're gonna take it away and then
Even if it's like $5.
Yeah, $5. Who gives a shit?
You
It's
know,
just like, oh yeah, you might.
you
might walk away with $20 that night. All right,
I get
cool.
the same
No.
enjoyment,
I
and
don't.
it's still shit. You do not. You need to be scared,
no, I'm not. That's the whole thing. If I come to a place if I
or
play
you want the
cards,
payoff to be big.
I want to pay off to be like. I mean, it's not necessary, but if I go there with $100, say okay, and I'm only playing once every couple of months. I haven't played poker for money in 20 fucking years, right?
Yeah.
So if I was lucky enough to play every 2 months and I came there with $100, the chances of me losing that $100 every time I go is slim. And there, so after like the year, chances are I'm probably gonna break even, but maybe I'll win $600. And to me, that's better than
20
playing for nickels and dimes.
I didn't say that, but I'm
Well,
with you.
no, I know, but if you're going with $5 and you're playing poker all night, you're
Yeah, if I
playing
have
with,
$100, I'm going to put $5 in the poker match and then put 95 in the stock market. But that's
right?
me.
Yeah, because you don't
I'm
want to
a
gamble.
long-term gambler.
No. I mean, you don't like playing games.
No,
think
I
it's
do. I
smart
love playing
too.
games.
Well, I mean, you don't like playing card games
I
for
love
money.
playing card games.
For money.
For money.
I
Yeah,
don't like
sure, I'll
playing
throw down
card games.
A little bit of money.
Oh well, right. I guess you do.
I think I got better odds in other places.
You
I
want to
guess.
play for $5. I know it's just fun. It's a thrill. That's
Yeah.
why people do this.
Do you want to gamble right now, Simon?
Not particularly, but I can. I will.
We could do a paper rock scissors for best two out of three for $5.
I mean, it's not the kind of fun. I
Okay,
find it
all
more
right.
fun of a gamble, like to see what cards you get. Oh wow, shit! I just pulled a straight.
You want to have a little bit of a strategy up in there.
I pulled a straight, or I'm going to go for a straight. The luck of that, as opposed to the 50-50 luck of just
All right.
slapping your
All right,
hand.
Just throwing it out
Yeah.
there. See
I
if
get
we
more
could-
fun out
Yeah,
of
you
it.
See if
want
you
to
could get your
discard
drip.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to try Balatro. I think you would dig the shit out of Balatro.
I
if you
probably
started playing
would,
it.
but
Good damn game.
I don't know if I want to get hooked on something.
Do y'all notice anything different about the audience, Simon or Abstra?
About the
About the
audience?
I'm
audience?
sorry, The Office.
The Office.
Yeah.
Your words.
I don't know why that came out of my mouth.
Something different about the office.
Looking around.
Well, Dralis knows what's different.
Oh, yeah, I do. Now I do.
It has to do with doors.
It does.
I can't see half the doors.
Oh yeah, I do.
What is it?
You put the door on the hinges.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Oh,
there's a
you
door
put the
that
door back.
separates that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't even see that.
because we played
Repo.
we played Repo earlier today, which are supposed to be in different places so we can't hear each other. So we've removed most of the doors in our office,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we can walk freely without having to worry about doors and hear each other. And
Well,
and,
now there's only one more upstairs, huh?
so yeah, we took that, we got that down out of the attic, put it up, so Dralis and I couldn't hear each other.
It worked enough.
It did, because we had headphones on too. I
Yeah.
didn't really hear you at all.
Worked pretty good.
Well, yeah, I guess another thing to talk about pretty quick.
Repo.
Repo. We tried that for the first time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
No, I like that a lot. It's again, we only got a taste of it because we only played it for what, an hour?
And that game's like Lethal Company. If you don't know what we're talking about.
A little different. I do like you can break the items.
Yep.
That
It's
you're
great.
carrying.
Yeah, so you have to be super careful about putting items into the storage thing.
Super.
And then when a monster gets after you and you're carrying something fragile,
Probably best to set it down, to be honest.
it's probably not going to make it.
Yep, just hide and drop it.
That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully more. I love the character mouse.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
able to see a little bop bop bop. It's like Canadians from South Park. They just beep, 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 beep,
It's
beep.
fun to watch everybody talk because just the character that you play looks cool.
Yeah.
The eyes are cool and the mouth movement's awesome.
Yeah.
Simple and effective.
And the creatures. I can't wait to see all the creatures.
So if we ever had a game, safe to say, if we can, we would have to have something like that when you talk, whatever the characters look like. It's so simple.
It'd be
'Cause
great.
It makes such a big difference in a game.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that more games they don't make it so that even if if it's a regular mouth on something, it just opens when you talk.
Right.
Yeah.
And they've done it in so many other games.
Man, GTA probably is going to.
GTA already has it.
That's
They
true,
do
but
it a little
I'm saying
bit.
they're
It's-
probably going to do it right.
It's just
You'd hope.
yeah. Right now, it's just a generic like mouth lip sync that happens. Star Citizen has that. We looked at that. There's VoIP. Star Citizen
Yeah.
has the FOIP, which is facial recognition. So if you're playing Star Citizen, you can have a webcam up. It can actually track all your facial data and pop that on your multiplayer character.
Yeah.
Like that's what GTA I think needs to do.
I feel like they probably will.
maybe. Oh, we'll
You'd
see.
hope.
We'll see.
I mean,
Yeah.
Star Citizen's been out that technology seems like it's been out for 5 years.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, that's the thing. You think GTA. A lot of people don't have webcams set up above their main computer on their PS5.
Not
and
everybody.
stuff
You
like
don't.
that.
It's
But
just
it would be
an-
cool if
an
it's
option.
included as an option.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like, all right, if you want to add FOIP, it's available.
I mean, because that would make all the difference in the world.
God, we don't even know what that multiplayer is going to look like.
Because Star Citizen, that facial
It looked
tracking
good.
is
It's pretty cool.
insane. Years ago.
Yeah, that was a few years ago.
So, well, man, I think we're. You think we're good?
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
You guys
Yeah,
want to play
Dora's
some more?
good.
Yeah, he's sneezing. He's not good. He's
He's
the
just
pollen's really getting to him. All right, you boys want to play some more Schedule 1?
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
Let's play some
go
more
do
Schedule
it.
1.
All right.
See you guys later.
See you next time.
Dig-a-dang-dang, dig-a-dang-dang, booty-ba-boo-ba-da-bee-da-ba-boo-ba.